It's the beginning of September, and you know what that means. We now have the market stats for August in the King County real estate market. So today we're gonna dive right in on what's going on in the real estate market in King County. Hey, it's Brendan, your favorite Seattle area go-to realtor. I wanna know from you in the comments right now, do you think that prices are going up or down? Leave your comment below before we get into the data for this month. So the data is out for August 2024, and the Northwest Multiple Listing Service says, will increases in inventory and lower mortgage rates ease affordability? That is the question. Are prices becoming more affordable because of the lower interest rates and there's more and more homes on the market? Let's dive right into what the data says. So in this recap this month, mortgage rates are at their lowest level since March 2023. They're at about 6.35. That was as of August 29th. They're somewhere around there still today, the day I'm filming this on September 6th. And we are seeing that more listings are coming onto the market now in August 2024 as compared to August 2023. So there are new listings and pending sales are pretty steady. Number of active listings, new listings, and pending listings are up year over year, but the number of closed sales are pretty much the same. They say it's virtually unchanged, and median home price rose in 20 of the 26 counties in the Northwest Multiple Listing Service. And the Federal Reserve is expected to further reduce rates this month in September, which could encourage buyers to get into the market or get into the market even more if they have not already. There's a 34.1% increase in the total number of properties listed for sale across the entire multiple listing service. So that is a pretty big jump. That's about a third of all listings. There's an increase of about a 33%, 34% here. So that means that a lot of buyers have new options in the market of what they could purchase. It also means for sellers that there's a lot of competition in the market right now. So the number of closed sales is what we need to pay attention to this month, because that number pretty much stayed the same year over year. So the number of closed homes, closed and recorded sales is the same from August 23 to August 24. That means that there's not a lot more demand in the market this month as there was a year ago, but there's a lot more to choose from. So what does that mean for us? That means that homes are going to be sitting on the market longer. There's going to be more negotiation happening in favor of the buyer because there's a lot more opportunity in the marketplace. Now, the median sales price for residential homes and condos did go up by 4.9%. So even though there are negotiations happening and homes are sitting on the market longer, home prices are going up. Now, a big reason that home prices continue to go up is because there is still a lack of supply that impacts the housing prices. So when we have little supply, that means that the ones that are in demand are going to start going up in terms of their price because there's fewer of them for all the buyers who want them. So there is still an issue there, and it's because permitting of single and multifamily homes really dropped off in our area noticeably in 2022 as interest rates started to go up. And for that reason, single family home prices are going to continue to rise. So if you're thinking about purchasing a single family home, know that the lack of availability, the amount of homes that are available for purchasers is low enough that that's going to continue to increase the prices. Now, if we get to a point someday when there are more homes available than there are buyers, then those prices could ease off or remain steady. But for right now, we are seeing those prices continue to go up. Now, let's dive into the charts just like we do every single month. So we're gonna look at specifically King County for active listings, as well as pending listings and sold listings. So when we go to this chart, we're looking specifically at King County, the number of active listings for residential and condo over the past 5 years. We're also going to look year over year. So when we take a look at this chart, the number one thing that I notice is that we have the most active listings in August that we've had for the past 5 years. Now, the only other time there were more active listings outside of just an August timeframe was actually in July 2022, when we saw an increase in the number of homes that were actively listed on the market. That's the only time. Now, when you look year over year, you can see that in 2024, we have, like I mentioned before, 34% more active listings. So this is really a significant amount, and it means that buyers have a lot more to choose from right now, which gives buyers an opportunity to really negotiate. Now let's look at the number of new listings coming onto the market, specifically in King County. When we look at the number of new listings coming onto the market, specifically in King County, this is for residential homes and condos. We see the number of new listings actually hitting the market is second from the bottom over the past 5 years in August. This is only an increase over 2023 in terms of fresh new listings hitting the market in August. But compared to 2023, we still see more new listings hitting the market. This year we saw about 3,020 hitting the market in August, and last year in August 2023 we saw 2,684. So we are seeing more, but you can see from this chart that the highest number of new listings was actually in 2020. This is when the market was really taking off because of COVID, and a lot of people were looking for homes to purchase. Now let's take a look at the number of pending listings in King County in August 2024, and we'll compare that to August 2023 as well. So when we look at the number of pending listings, we're right around where we were in 2023. There's really not a significant change over 2023, but we're lower than the past 5 years, the other 3 of the past 5 years. So we're lower than 2020, 21, and 22 in terms of the pending number of listings. So there are fewer buyers out purchasing homes than what we've seen at 2020 to 2022. When you compare this year over last year, we're right around the same amount of pending listings. So the demand is right about the same. A big reason for that is most likely because of the interest rate. We haven't seen it come down significantly yet. While it is dropping, we don't see it dropping enough to actually bring those buyers out in droves just yet. Now, my thought is if we do see the interest rate start to drop a little bit more as it gets closer to hopefully 6%, we are going to see the number of pending listings shoot up because we're going to see a lot more buyers in the marketplace. Now we're moving our attention to sold listings. So this is when a listing is sold and closed, specifically in King County. Again, residential and condos. This basically shows that we're right on par with 2023 again in terms of the number of sold listings. So just like pending hasn't changed a lot, the number of sold listings, which is what would have gone pending and then closed, is also pretty much unchanged. So we see about the same demand as 2023, again, a lot lower than what we saw in 2020, 21, and 22. Now, when we look at months of inventory, this is like the velocity of the market. If we didn't bring any more homes on the market today, how long would it take to sell everything in King County? This is the stat that shows us if we're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. So when we look at King County months of inventory for 2024, we are the highest we've been in August out of all 5 of the past 5 years, and we are at 2.08 months of inventory. That is basically putting us very close to a balanced market. A balanced market is going to be somewhere between 3 to 6 months of inventory, so we're getting very close to that. Balance means that it doesn't favor the buyer or the seller, that we're getting to a place where people can negotiate on both sides, and that the market is moving less quickly. So you have more time to negotiate, analyze your property, and what you might want out of it. Now, when we compare that to 2023, we're up quite a bit. In August 2023, we're at 1.5 months of inventory, and now we're up at that 2.1 mark. So the market is moving a little less quickly, and you're getting more time to actually view the property and make your decision because it's becoming more balanced. You have a little bit more time. Now, when we look at the median sales price for homes in King County over the past 5 years, what do we see for residential and condos? 2024 is the highest it's been out of all 5 of the past 5 years. We're at $860,000. So that value that was accumulated during COVID has not gone away. We're continuing to see this flat trend throughout most of 2024. The only time we see those prices, median prices passed, was in like April, May of 2022. They were slightly higher than this, but they are increasing year over year as well. So the prices are not going down. Now, what does this mean for you as a buyer and as a seller in this market? Essentially what this means is if you're a buyer in this market, you're getting more options. But if the interest rate continues to go down, you might see a lot more competition that could weed you out. So it's important to take this opportunity, which I think is a really special opportunity at this time, to find a great deal and negotiate it now. As a seller, if you're coming onto the market, although we're starting the fall market, which starts right after Labor Day and typically goes through the end of October, you are getting more competition on the market right now, more than we've seen this entire year, up 34% over last year. So that means there's about 34% more homes that you're competing against. So you have to price well. You have to have a good strategy going in with your pricing and your presentation. And if you are thinking about either of these, buying or selling, we can certainly help you. Be sure to reach out, leave a comment below if you think that the market did what you thought it was going to do, if it went up in Seattle or if it went down. I'm Brendan Clowes. I used to work at Microsoft years ago and I left corporate America to start helping people buy homes one-on-one and hopefully have a bigger impact in their life directly. And if you have any other questions about real estate or investing in real estate, I'd love to be a resource for you. Be sure to reach out today.